You know that feeling, right? Everything's going fine, like actually fine, but then out of nowhere, your chest gets tight. You get a promotion text, and instead of being happy, you're anxious. It's a peaceful night for once, everything's calm, and you're watching your kids sleep, and then your brain hits you with the worst image imaginable. What if something happens to them? What if this all disappears tomorrow? It's not just you, and no, you're not broken. Brené Brown calls this foreboding joy. She says joy is the most vulnerable emotion a human being can feel. When things get too good, your brain panics. It's terrified that this happiness will be taken away, so it starts rehearsing tragedy before tragedy even arrives. But most of us were taught the opposite, right? Think positive and positive things will come. Be grateful and more good things will follow. Happiness is a mindset. Work hard, get what you want, and that's when you'll finally be happy. We all bought into that. But honestly, haven't you gotten exactly what you wanted and still felt empty? And what did you tell yourself? I guess I'm just not there yet. Or I must be a terrible person for not being grateful. You blamed yourself. But it's not your fault. Your brain has something like a happiness thermostat. Psychologist Gay Hendricks called it the upper limit problem. Here's the simple version. Your brain has a cap on how much happiness it will allow. Success, love, peace, the moment it crosses a certain line, your brain sounds the alarm. This is too good, something bad is coming. And then it hits the brakes without you even knowing. But here's the scary part. The brakes don't feel like brakes. Fear doesn't show up as fear. It shows up as logic. It shows up as responsibility. It shows up as, I should probably be more realistic right now. That's why you never catch yourself doing it. You're pulling the handbrake on your own life, and it feels like the smart thing to do. Let's see what this actually looks like. Bruno finally got the job he'd been preparing for. First day in, the team welcomes him. His manager says, "We're excited to have you." That night, Bruno should feel great, right? But he can't sleep. A voice starts up in his head. Do you really belong here? What if they figure you out in a month? Last time things were going well, it all fell apart, remember? By the next week, Bruno starts talking less in meetings. He tries to stay invisible. He has good ideas, but keeps his mouth shut. His brain is sending him one clear signal. Don't shine too bright. It's dangerous. Bruno thinks he's being humble. He thinks he's being careful, but what's actually happening is his thermostat kicked in. Misty's dealing with the same thing, but it looks different. Misty finally got picked to lead a project she'd been working toward for months. Her teammates congratulate her. But inside Misty's head, a completely different conversation is happening. Did they pick me because I'm actually good, or just because no one else was available? The more people praise her, the more anxious she gets. Weird, right? You'd think compliments would make you feel better. But here's what psychology tells us. If deep down you believe you're not enough, praise becomes a threat. Your brain goes, "This doesn't match who I know I am," and starts rejecting the good stuff. So Misty pushes away the people who lift her up and feels more comfortable around people who confirm what she already believes about herself, that she's not good enough. Her brain is distorting reality just to protect a belief that was never even true.
And if you think this is just emotional, some self-help woo-woo, it's not, it's chemical. Stanford neuroscientist Robert Sapolsky found that dopamine doesn't spike when you get what you want, it spikes while you're chasing it. The interview prep, the waiting, the will I or won't I, that's when dopamine is at its peak. But the moment you actually get the job, it drops hard, because as far as your brain is concerned, the game is over. There's nothing left to chase. So when Bruno feels empty after getting hired, it's not because he's ungrateful. His brain just crashed chemically. And it's not just emotions, your body crashes too. Ever notice how you get sick right after a big project ends? That's your immune system collapsing once the cortisol and adrenaline stop holding it together. Your brain can't sit in that emptiness, so it manufactures new problems. It needs something to chase again. If we stop here, this is just a depressing story. But if this is a structural problem in the brain, that means it can be fixed structurally too. Oliver puts it like this: the thoughts your brain throws at you, they're not you. They're just an old alarm system, and just because an alarm goes off doesn't mean there's actually a fire. So how do we fix the thermostat? It starts with 3 seconds. When things are going well and you suddenly get the urge to blow it all up, just pause and say this to yourself: "Oh, my thermostat just kicked in." That's it. In psychology, they call it cognitive diffusion, or in Oliver's words, separating yourself from the thought. Not "I'm going to fail," but "my brain just threw the thought you're going to fail at me." Research from UCLA shows that just naming what you're feeling reduces activity in the amygdala, your brain's fear center. The moment you recognize the emotion, it loses its grip on you. But catching it isn't enough. When something good happens, stay in it for 10 seconds. Just 10. Your brain is wired to store bad memories instantly and let good ones slip right through. Makes sense from a survival standpoint. Danger signals matter more. So you have to consciously hold on to the good moments. You get that promotion text? Don't jump straight to the next worry. Just sit with "I did it" for 10 seconds. Your morning coffee tastes amazing? Don't scroll past it. Stay with that taste for 10 seconds. What you're doing is sending your brain a repeated signal. Positive feelings are safe. If you try to change everything at once, your brain shuts down. You have to feed it small doses of happiness often, until it builds a tolerance for feeling good. And then there's the nightly check. Every night before you sleep, ask yourself this: when something good happened today, did I let myself have it, or did I start worrying? This is how you check where your thermostat is set. Most people don't even know they have one, but when you ask this question every night, you start seeing patterns. Oh, I only let myself be happy up to here. The moment you see that line is the moment you can start moving it.
In the last video, we talked about the golden cage, the invisible prison built by a life that's just okay enough. But today's story picks up right where that one left off. The moment you try to open that cage door, your brain pulls you back inside. The enemy isn't just out there, it's in here too. But once you realize it's not actually an enemy, just an outdated protection system, you can deal with it. Your brain isn't trying to destroy you, it's just trying to send you back to what's familiar. The problem is, familiar might not be where you actually want to be. In the last video, we talked about bending one cage bar at a time, small changes, small wins. Today, it's the same idea, but on the inside. You don't have to rip the thermostat off the wall, you just have to notice it's there. That's the first step. And honestly, that's the hardest one. You don't have to answer this tonight, but before you fall asleep, just ask yourself one thing. How much happiness am I actually allowing myself to have before I reach for the handbrake? Sources and further reading are in the description below.